2021. I was just sitting here letting my phone charge, and all of a sudden it brought up a good point. These bars, I know nowadays they use something called a QR code. I don't know what they call this. I used to call this a barcode. But there's break here, and there's another break here microscopically, and then there's color photon breaks here and here in fingerprints, as well as here and here. Now, sometimes when I'm in a moment and I'm looking out, I will get something like this, but in an L. It is a very specific microbiotic signature, and it goes to a very specific laboratory for recording what biomatrices I walked into. And I don't know who or how to contact that particular area, let's say. I know when I was little, this used to be, they used to have in big, bold colors, all different colors, blue, greens, reds, like really bright, almost like this legend of colors, but like going up and down magenta, and no idea. And the people that I lived with, the vagina I fell out of, and the guy that she liked, Lou, the Italian-American, never had an answer as to what this was or why the local broadcaster put it up there. In fact, last night I was watching Linda Put On Demand, and up popped like 3, 4, or 5 photos, something like that. And one of them in the corner said either 4G or 4K. And I said, Lynn, I was like, what do you think that means? Why 4? I thought it was 5G or 5K. And she was like, I don't know, Nicole, like totally annoyed. She's like, why do you even question that? I was like, well, it's presented in my visual spectrum, Lynn. It has to, they wouldn't have put it there unless it means something. How am I supposed to find out what exactly it means when you're the one? She's like, you ask so many questions like a child. And I'm like, well, that's a funny thing, Lynn, because I was spit out of your body. So that makes me technically your child. I was like, but you are so ill-equipped to answer any of my questions. Hence part of my 43-year-old problem having to still like be next to you. And you still not giving a shit what any of this means, just wanting to sit there like a dumb drone and just record. And watch how it goes. Oh, and then it's not pixels. That's not pixels, but it's something. And then it goes to full picture. But it's like a barcode behind the whatever. The woman, the tenant upstairs, the new one that just moved in from South America, I don't know where. The one guy's Navy something and whatever. She was on the bench downstairs last night. It scared the hell out of me as I was going out for my umbrella walk. She got rushed to the hospital. She's sick. Don't know if it's COVID or whatever, but whatever and whatever. So now Lynn and Lou are stuck in some dumb, fucking useless human, like, oh my God, did you tell her to get vaccinated? And it's like this. I'm like, I really wish I could fucking exit the scene and never see either one of you ever again. But unfortunately, this torture chamber doesn't ever let me out. And it's a real fucking problem that I keep having to come back to this dumb scene where nothing works. And the two of them are like two scripted robots in this dumbest script ever. In the dumbest movie ever. Other thing is, Tia Fran 1975 has a whole arsenal of guys from Long Island that he's accumulated over his lifetime of being a Long Islander. One of them is some guy named Andy Collins who has a boat. Only boat I've ever spent time on. And he was with the Navy, but then he got kicked out for some reason. I don't know why. He's got a sister in NASA police. These are the things that TFR in 1975 says over and over and over and over again. So they're things that I remember in a working memory. We did go out once. Andy moved the boat out of the marina that he was docked in for when we came over. Normally we just sit in the marina in the boat and we just hang out with him and spend time with him. But once he moved the boat, and something happened, and that's, I think Anthony said it was a Zodiac boat, and there was a hole or something happened when Andy went to go use it. He figured there was a hole in his Zodiac boat and he had to patch it up or whatever, but the Zodiac boat still somehow took on water. I really didn't understand it at the time, but knowing that everything is so significant in this reality, I figured I would probably mention it. Again, it's September 11th, 2021. It's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxies Broken. And I've been with Andy several times. I actually really admire Andy from afar in his untapped potential. And I've always been, like when I leave, again, I don't really talk about people. I don't even discuss it with Tiafria because if he wants to go off on a tangent and talk about somebody, I mean, he's just human. That's what the human, broken, viral, disgusting process does. I just sit there and I'm just like, totally indifferent because I really don't care. It wasn't the experience I had. I'm there in the moment. They are whoever they are. And I hope that if they leave and they were not in the correct position, I hope they bleed through their nose and mouth. And it'll just show in a significant way why they were affected the way that they were. If they're not part of the cure. That's it. I didn't get that read off of Andy, but one never knows. Star 1978, Star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. Again, it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.